Hi parents, hi students, welcome to Comfort Session Podcast, a comfortable conversation with Surabaya Cambridge School. And today we're going to talk about tips to learn at outside of Indonesia, and of course we are having our best students here, the alumni of SES. There is Katharina Mia Sugianto, hello.
Hello.
And also Chiko Nia Ramadhani. They are both graduated from SES High School at 2021. Okay, you can introduce yourself, please.
This one?
That
one.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia. You can just call me Mia. I'm 21 this year, and I'm a year 4 student from Singapore Management University, currently studying business management.
And Chiko?
Hi, I'm Chiko Nadia. I'm currently studying in QT, Behavioral Science, and I'm also 21.
Okay, so Mia is learning at Singapore Management University, and Chiko is currently having double degree at both Queensland University of Technique and
Universitas Airlangga.
okay. So first from Mia then, why did you choose that faculty for your learning now?
My faculty,
Yes.
not my
Oh
university.
yeah, and your faculty.
My faculty.
Yes.
So actually, I didn't want to go for business.
Yes.
I actually wanted to go for hubungan international or like international relations, but that was like a childhood dream of mine. But I realized that the older I get, the more I realize that you can't really do anything, even if you study international relations or politics. So I realized, okay, maybe not politics then. So something that's really broad and you can do for anything. Business. So that's why I chose business.
And why do you choose SMU?
So actually I didn't know about SMU before I entered. It was actually our mutual friend, Audrey. She was the one who told me, hey, this university is really good. It's actually ranked in a lot, really highly ranked in Asia, and it's known abroad. So do you want to go for this university? And then I said, oh yeah, sure. What's something that's really good about it? And then she said, oh well, if you get the scholarship, you can get a free laptop. And I'm like, wow, a laptop? Yay! Okay, then I'll go for the laptop then. And then I got accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. How about you, Chiko? So why did you choose QT, or do you choose UNER first?
I actually chose psychology first. I just wanted to study psychology, and then I didn't know where to go. I wanted to go to Unpad because it was the best university for psychology in Indonesia.
In West Java?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my mom said no, so I just went to UNER because they also had the double degree program. So I thought, yeah, it's not bad. I can study outside as well.
Okay. What did you find that is the most interesting in marketing and management for you yourself?
Well, for me, actually, I just went for marketing because it's a concrete major. But for strategic management, I chose it because I actually prefer studying strategy. I prefer understanding the operations and why things are the way they are and how to succeed, how to make a business succeed in whatever country that they are in. So that's really interesting for me.
What subject or model that inspired you the most?
Subjects or module? Maybe the most inspiring one is big questions from SMU. So actually I have a TA, TA is ASDOS, assistant docent.
Yeah.
So I was the TA for that module because I really enjoyed being taught by my professor. It taught me a lot about critical thinking and how each country has a certain way of thinking when it comes to big topics. So my topic that year was war and peace, and we had to learn a lot about how each country would look at war and peace and see whether it's like feasible or not, and like whether it is even achievable, right? So I think that module really inspired me.
Okay. And for Chiko, can you explain a little bit, please, about your study program in these two universities? Is it double degree or joint degree or else?
It's a double degree, so I did 2 years in UNER and I'm going to do 2 years in QT. And when I graduate, I'm going to get both Sarjana Psychology and Bachelor of Behavioral Science. So yeah, it's a double degree.
So what things did you prepare at the time to join this?
For UNER, I prepared my IELTS and we had like tests, like IUP test, because my program is called International Undergraduate Program. And then to be eligible to go to Australia, I had to maintain a GPA of 3.25, I think, yeah, above that. And then before going to Australia, I had to prepare my IELTS again because it expired, yeah.
Yeah, and I am so amazed to hear your story that you both got the scholarship, right? And then, can you tell us, maybe spill us a little bit, spill the tea gitu ya. Your scholarship fee can help you in what things? To cover maybe the living cost or else?
Well, for my scholarship, it's tuition grant, and it's a government bond, so I have to stay in Singapore for 3 years, but in exchange they give me like almost a 50% discount on my tuition. And I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, who wouldn't want to work in Singapore as compared to Indonesia with that kind of salary, you know?
And fees, yes.
And fees, yeah. And obviously, if it was like full priced, I wouldn't have been able to go to Singapore. But because I got the tuition grant, yeah, my parents could afford the fees. Yeah.
And how about you?
For mine, it was also like a tuition grant. Like they cut off 25% of my tuition, but it's for the first year of Faculty of Health students. Yeah.
How did you know and get the scholarship? Do you, I mean, are you auditioned or you take some forms and else?
For mine, we had to apply. So when I applied to my university, because it's a local university means it's government backed. So in turn, we could have the option to choose whether we wanted to have tuition grant or not. Obviously, you don't, like, not everyone who applies gets it. It's apparently selective. I thought everyone would get it, but yeah, so I applied. I think I had to write an essay or something, but I think it was wrapped in one with my submission to go to SMU.
Is there any interview, like eyes to eyes, face to face?
I don't think there's any interview for tuition grant, but, well, first of all, to get the tuition grant, you have to get to SMU first. Like, you have to get into the university first. So if I didn't get to the university, then they wouldn't have given me the scholarship.
So you cannot apply for the scholarship as well.
Right, yeah. So I wouldn't have been able to get the scholarship. So I think the interview is like, I mean, I had to do an interview for SMU, but not for tuition grant. But I think it's like, you know.
Okay. How about you, Chiko?
For me, it's because before my year, we had more students who also went to QT, right? And then they got this 25% off as well. So my agent applied that for me, and I had to maintain a GPA of above 3.5.
Oh, the GPA.
Yeah.
The scores, yeah. But not for you. You just you made the essay and also the interview.
Essay. I think this is speculation, purely speculation. But I think they also look at what you've done in the past, and I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's why I got accepted.
Also being active in schools.
Being active in school. I mean, yeah, I was student council. I
Yes.
participated in a lot of competitions. I won a lot of competitions. I made a business, 2 businesses. So and I joined NGO. So I think all of that with my report card, which is an average of 90 above, I think that's why.
Okay. And also, Chiko, the same thing?
No, I think I just had to maintain a GPA of like above 3.5.
So the score of the report card, okay. So you've got the tuition grant, and what is your strategy that you can share to your little friends out there, your juniors? Maybe they want also go to the same university as you.
To get the scholarship?
Yes.
To get the scholarship. I think it's really like luck. I mean, I don't know.
So it's like blessing in disguise.
You
don't
blessing.
even know.
I don't know. I don't know how I got, because I know people who didn't get it. I know people who chose not to have it because, you know, you still have to stay in Singapore for 3 years. But yeah, I think it's really pray that you get it.
But maybe also being active at school.
Maybe. I mean, definitely, like, if you want to go to a ranked university, you have to be a bit more well, I wouldn't say even studious. Like, studious is definitely, yes, but you have to be active in outside of your studies, right? Like, you have to be more active in organizations, and not just in like school organizations, but like for me, I joined NGOs and I made businesses and I joined competitions. So all of those are like external from like school.
So not only academic,
Yeah.
but also the non-academic.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can tell us what is NGO? Maybe.
Oh, NGO is
Yeah.
a non-governmental organization. So for me, I joined. I joined like 2 NGOs. One is Bye Bye Plastic Bag Surabaya, and then the other one is Economy for Ecology. So both of them are organizations that really prioritize the environment. And I was like a research member, and I was the events director for one. Yeah.
So maybe what can we tell now? Not only academically succeed in school, but also what you do outside the school. Maybe your charity and your organization life. It can also help you to gain the scholarship at SMU.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so you must bring and send all the report cards as well and the certificates of the competitions.
Yeah.
If we may know, what competition did you join?
Oh, I joined a lot of speech competitions, like English
see.
speech competitions. Joined UNER, joined UNESA, joined. Wait, I forgot. But there's like
lot,
there's
yeah.
a lot. There's a
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
How about you, Chiko? You've got the merit scholarship, and maybe you can share some strategies that your juniors also who want to join at the QT.
I'm not sure about the scholarship if you take like a full degree in QT, but if you're doing like double degree like me, I think you just have to get the UNER first. I used my report card as well, and then like my competition certificates, and they also have like an additional test, and they also look at your IELTS scores, and they also had an interview. And then after you get to UNER, you still have to maintain like a GPA of 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can apply for the scholarship at QT. Yeah.
I see. So the GPA is quite important here. So you may not neglect your study. Okay. So, Mia, during your learning at SMU, have you ever felt that you cannot fit in with your friends, or the learning process are too intense, or what happened to you? Do you enjoy?
Well, I mean, I think for my first 2 years, I think it was really difficult for me to adapt. I mean, I was the COVID batch, right? Like it was 2021. So for the first semester, I wasn't even there physically. So I had to do everything through Zoom. And, you know, Zoom is great if you already know everyone and like you're comfortable with everyone. But in a new environment, like that's not the place for you to make friends, right? Like you just want to leave immediately after you finish whatever you have. So when I actually came to Singapore, it was really hard for me to make friends because of the COVID limitations, and also because I think in all the countries there's PPI. I don't know what's the
terms.
yeah, the terms, but it's like the organization for Indonesian students in different countries, and I thought that would be like a good way for me to make friends, but I realized I couldn't really like relate to them as much. Maybe because I came from like a really small school, like Cambridge.
Yeah.
Like obviously when I was here, when we were here, we only had one class, and it was only with 18 other students, you know. So, it was really hard. But then I found my friends. I found like happiness in Singapore. Now I'm really happy being in Singapore.
So, other than challenges, of course, you've got more opportunities that you may don't get it when you learn at Indonesia. Maybe what kind of changes it is? Opportunities.
Like opportunities I get in Singapore. Well, first of all, I think Singapore is definitely not Indonesia, right? Like it's way more international, and like the faculty there is international, and I have like every semester there's at least 800 exchange students. So exchange students from Europe, from America, from other Asian countries, mostly from Europe. But all these things, right? These connections that you make, and even your mindset is so different in Indonesia versus in Singapore. Because frankly, you know, I'm really blessed. I have parents here. I have like a house here. I don't ever have to think about like food, like whether there's gonna be food at home, because I know there will be, and my room's gonna be clean because I know there's gonna be someone to clean my room, you know. So everything's perfect. Like I'm living in a bubble here. But in Singapore, I feel like there's opportunity to grow and to be independent, and to learn things, to understand that your mindset is not the universal mindset, and people have a lot of very different viewpoints as you do. Even from my professors, even from my peers, I've learned a lot from them. I've learned how to be a better team player, because in Singapore it's really intense, right? Like if you don't do your work, they will poop on you. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they definitely will. They'll talk, like in Indonesia, I feel like the things they talk about is like romance and relationships. Oh, you know, like this person's with this person. And then, I mean, it is juicy, right? But then in Singapore, it feels like, yes, there is that aspect, but the most important thing is like, do your work properly first, you know? And if you don't, like, you know, we're gonna tell on you to the professor, and you might really get an F, and you might fail, really. And I've seen that happen. So, yeah, those are like experiences that I probably would never have gotten in Indonesia.
And I saw that you've overcome the challenges, and now you become the asisten dosen yang tadi apa tadi?
TA.
TA.
I mean, TA, research assistant. I think like fun things to do. I think I might go to the education path, maybe get master's or PhD. I mean, it's just fun, you know, like those things. I don't think I can be a research assistant in Indonesia, but I can definitely help my professors in Singapore. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Chiko, when you learned at both Universitas Airlangga and also QT, of course, you can differentiate in how to learn in Indonesia and also learning at Australia. What did you see? What kind of opportunities that you got there at Aussie, but you didn't get here in Indonesia?
I think academically wise, they're definitely different, because I don't know about other majors, but for psychology, I feel like in UNER, we actually got to learn like hands-on with the psychological interventions and like those kind of stuffs, I feel like they're more focused on teaching us to work after we graduate. But in Australia, it's more like broad. They teach us more of the theories. And then
Oh, it's quite different.
yeah, it is quite different, and they kind of focus us more on like writing research reports and learning to like make academic papers, those kind of stuffs. And I feel like in Australia, there's definitely more opportunities to discuss with your lecturers or like just your tutors, yeah. Because in Australia, we have this thing called a lecturer and a tutor, and the lecturer is just basically listening to the lecturer talk, but then we also have a tutor session, and it's usually longer than a lecture.
The tutor is your seniors or
No, I think they just have like a tutor session
by the lecturers themselves?
by the lecturers themselves.
I see.
Yeah, and then they're like divided into smaller classes, so it gives much more opportunity to discuss and like actually ask.
But so maybe if I can see over here in Indonesia, we can kind of do a lot of practices, but there at Aussie, we are nurtured to read more, do research more, and write more. Oh, I see. Whether in lower level of academy, here in Indonesia we have a lot of theories, right? But there, outside Indonesia, they do a lot of hands-on. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so Chiko, how about the values and life skill that you get when you study there at Aussie?
Life skills. I feel
Yes.
like I had to adapt definitely. And actually, I feel like studying in Indonesia first actually helped me to adapt to more people because, like she said, we lived in a bubble here in SES.
Yes.
Everything's just so close.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I actually practiced with my friends in UNED, and then when I got to Australia, I wasn't really that shocked of like the broader world. And yeah, I feel like people there are also more like they do lots of small talks, but they don't really get deeper than that. So I think I had to learn to be okay with that. Yeah, and definitely learn to be more independent and like look out for each other, like my friends, because we are literally have each other there.
So of course, the quality of ourselves is upgrading there. How about you, Mia?
Like, what was the question? Sorry.
Okay, the values and life skill that you get.
Values and life skill.
Yeah, and also maybe the ability that you have just got there and you want it to be improved.
I think definitely adaptation is like a really big thing, and I think you can ask my friends this, but like you can ask her. But honestly, I feel like I'm more chill now. I feel like I really don't think of things so.
Seriously?
I don't think things in a dichotomy. So it's not this or that. It's this, that, and a spectrum of things that might occur or might happen, or mindsets that are within this range of spectrum. And I feel like that thinking has allowed me to be more aware and grow as a person, be more accepting of other people, learn to listen better, and to understand that my opinion. And listen, when I was in high school, it was like really strong. Like I was headstrong. But yeah, definitely now I feel like, yeah, well, life is life.
So not only white and black, but you also see the gray one now.
I definitely see the gray one. I mean, obviously in when you were younger, you know this concept, right? Like there is a gray like area, obviously, but you never know until it's slapped into you, until you are forced to actually accept that there is a gray area, not just know about it. Yeah, so.
Oh, I'm so proud of you girls. Oh. All right. And Mia also being a TA at university, and how about you? Do you also do other things like organization or else at your university?
Not in my university, but I joined organizations
Outside,
like
the university.
yeah,
Where
like,
is it?
like PPI. But I
Ah,
joined
that
the
one.
Queensland one.
Queensland.
So like outside of my university. And yeah, I got to actually meet so many Indonesian people there.
Okay. Do you guys part-timer?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, you too.
I did.
Then, how will you separate and manage your time between your organization life, your TA, your working, and your studying? Who want to answer first?
Chiko.
Okay, Chiko, go.
I feel like compared to in Indonesia, because in Indonesia we had like 8 courses in one semester.
Yeah.
In Australia, I only took like 4, or like 5 is already a lot. So I feel like there's less time to be at campus, and there's more time to actually explore the world and like do organizations and actually work. So I didn't really have that much of a difficulty in
Difficulties.
like dividing my work and study and like organization. I just had to make sure to study ahead before the exams, like do all my tasks, and then it's just fine.
How about you, Mia?
Well, for the part-time, sorry, are you asking about the internships or are you asking about the part-time job that I
Oh,
did?
wait. They also have internship.
Yeah.
So, like here in Indonesia, like at the 3rd or 4th year, we do internship. But this one, I'm asking about the part-timer, like
Jobs.
yeah, jobs outside that maybe for adding more
Money, extra
lifestyle money.
Yeah, I did a part-time job during the summer. So
Oh,
it was
summer.
during the holidays. I definitely could not be asked to do a part-time job during the semester because it's really like I can't even talk to my friends sometimes. Like they don't even like see me or talk to me for like a period of time when I'm in my semester because it's so busy and I'm always behind. So I have to focus on my academics, and then maybe for the summer I do some part-time jobs.
All right. So, just now you mentioned about the internship. Did you find it yourself, or the Career Center SMU help you a lot?
Actually, well,
It should be balanced. Like you must find it by yourself, and also go to the Career Center or else.
I didn't. Well, I did go to the career center, but I think it's like not that useful. I think we had job fairs in SMU, but yeah, that thing was not that helpful. And the career center, I mean, it helps with your resume, I guess, but I think the most important thing is who you know actually, because actually the person who introduced me to the internship that I did was my professor, and the good thing about SMU is a lot of the professors, whether they be permanent or adjunct professors, they had a lot of industry experiences, so they had a lot of connections, and so he introduced me to this company, and then the president of the company interviewed me, and then he liked me, so I went and did an internship there.
Okay. So, Chiko, what part-time jobs that you have for now? Is it the same from the first time you came to Australia?
I actually just got a part-time job like on the second half after I got to Australia. I'm like doing some kitchen hand stuff.
Oh, cool. And then, what should we pay attention to if we want to choose that kind of part-time jobs?
In Australia, we actually like have lots of websites and apps where you can apply for part-time jobs, but definitely try to look at the local community, especially if you're Indonesian, because there's actually quite a lot of Indonesian restaurants in Brisbane, yeah. So like maybe actually talk to the store owner and like ask if, do you have any vacancies, or just even outside Indonesian restaurants, sometimes they have like a poster and then they say that they're hiring.
So, what should we prepare? Like maybe also asking to the store owner, and what else?
Maybe just the CV. And I know that in Indonesia we didn't really have a lot of experiences to work. Yeah. but there's actually quite a lot of places who also accept minimum experiences, and I actually put also something I didn't actually do in my CV. I kind of lied.
Okay.
That I got in, so.
So yeah, it's also a good tips for our friends there who also want to have part-time jobs while they are studying abroad. Okay, so Mia, what is one of your tips for your juniors at SES for fulfilling the resume like CCAs, competition, and also NGOs? How did you get them all when you are in high school?
I got them because I don't know the Indonesian term, kiasu. I'm really competitive, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why.
Yeah, competitive.
I don't know why I did a lot of things.
Is it ambitious in good way?
I guess.
In positive way, yeah?
Yeah, I guess I was really ambitious. I mean, no one was forcing me. Like, my parents wasn't forcing me either. I don't know why, actually.
So competitive.
I guess I'm just competitive. Yeah.
So what is your goal?
My goal?
Yeah, at a time. I mean, if we compete into maybe not into someone, but with yourself maybe. Or what things you want to get when you join them all?
Well, honestly, I think when I joined the competitions, I was really frustrated because in our year, our school wasn't known to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for us to get competitions, and I had to be the one sourcing competitions. And I wanted to do competitions because I knew I was good at speech. So I guess that's one thing that you can do is understand yourself and see what you're good at. And I'm passionate about speech. I like talking to people. I like performing on stage. So that's something that I tried to pursue. And I knew that if I wanted to go to a good university, I had to do all these things, right? I had to show that I'm actually, it's not just like BS. It's really, I've done the work, you know? So the competitions was that. For student council, I joined because I wanted to have a positive impact for the school. I think there's a lot of things that could be done better back then. Unfortunately, it wasn't really realized because of the COVID situation, but even before that, I just wanted to make a positive impact there. And then for the NGOs, I did that because I was bored. COVID. I didn't really do anything, and I thought, well, there's a lot of organizations popping up about NGOs and like the environment. I thought that was something that I might be interested in doing. So I wanted to venture out, and that's why I joined those NGOs. Yeah.
Okay. So how can you play hard after working hard?
Play hard after working hard. Just make sure you actually do your work properly, and then you feel relieved, you feel like better with yourself, and you don't feel guilty when you actually play hard. I feel like that's really important.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah. I think working hard is one thing. Definitely you work hard to the best of your abilities, because that's when you don't regret things. You don't regret things, and you know that you've done your best no matter what happens. Even if your grade is the worst you've ever seen, but you know that that is everything that you've got. So in the end,
So how you guys got new friends, your new support system that are solid when you are studying abroad? Maybe start from Chiko.
For me in Australia, because I got there with my classmates as well from Unerite, and then there's 8 of us, and then 6 of us are girls, and then we're actually roommates now. So we do everything together. We cook dinner together, we eat dinner together, we talk to each other if things are hard, and even like academic wise, we also like ask each other if we have any questions, like, oh, do you understand this part, can you help me do this? And maybe for those people who don't really have like roommates like me, maybe just it's okay to not have lots of friends because I feel like that's really normal in university. As long as you have at least one person you can actually talk to about anything and everything, I feel like you're okay. Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Mia?
Well, actually, the one of the best friend, the best friend that I found in Singapore, I found from my TA class. So I was TAing for her class, and then it would be a Thursday night that we would finish, and so Friday we usually don't have any classes. So I would ask my students, hey, do you guys want to have dinner? And then so we would have weekly dinners, and then by then we, at the end of the classes, the module, I realized I really had a connection with this girl. And then it's really, what a coincidence that she also joined the organization that I was going for, which is Red Cross. So we were both in Red Cross, and then, history. And obviously I have classes with people, and then a lot of the times in the classes that you go to, you're not going to be friends with them, right? There's a lot of people, and they're usually what they want is they want to study and go, right? Like they don't have time to make small talk with you, and even if they do, it's just small talk, So, but you always have to keep an eye. You never know. And I've met my close friends from classes. I've met my close friends from work, met my close friends from organizations. So just keep an open mind, and don't be so shy. If you're shy, you're lucky if an extrovert comes to you and then picks you up, adopts you. But if you're not very lucky, then you'll be alone. And, you can't really blame anyone because that's really from you.
Okay, and I saw that your schedule is quite tight. How can you maintain your health there? Okay.
I take vitamins, definitely take vitamins. Make sure you have
Hydrate.
Get hydrated, have stocks for medicines, eat good food, that's important, eat healthy. And for my mental health, just make sure that you have people to talk to, even if it's not physical, maybe just your friends from high school. We call a lot. Sometimes we just go like, who's on emergency? I want to talk. And then there's just someone.
Emergency, I want to talk. My boss angry to me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so sweet. Okay, how about you, Mia?
Tolak angin.
Oh, tolak angin,
Just tolak angin. I think, everything plus tolak angin. That's what I do.
Okay, man. After you're studying abroad, do you have plan to come back to Indonesia, Chiko?
I'm not sure. I'm considering like a temporary graduate visa, so with that I can work after studying there for like maybe 2 years or 3 years, or maybe just 1 year.
Same with her then, stay there for 3 years.
I have to.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
It's a choice.
How about you? If you are mandatory to be there after 3 years, will you go back after the 3rd year?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, the salary is so different. The salary
I know.
in Singapore, it's like 4,000, 5,000. It's like 50, 60 juta. Here, it's you're thankful if it's 10 million. You're thankful if it's like more than that. So maybe let's see how. But it's really stressful being in Singapore, right? Like it's very fast paced. So there's obviously pros and cons. But maybe if I make a business here, I guess maybe.
Alright, do you guys both have prepared CV to go to the job markets later on? Like Chiko as well has prepared her visa for the temporary graduate visa. And how about you?
So one of the perks of getting a tuition grant is the government will give you an employment pass letter. So it just shows that you are eligible to get the employment pass. And it's really good because actually employment pass, the company doesn't have to pay the government anything. There is a fixed quota, but first they don't have to pay the government anything, and they also don't have to pay the minimum wage for the employment pass. So for the employment pass, I think this year or next year, it's going to be 5,600 SGD. But if you get the tuition grant, you can be paid 4,000, 5,000, and they would still give you the employment pass visa. So yeah.
How about you, Chiko? Have you find a clinic or therapy place or school maybe that you have chosen to work there later on?
But no,
You haven't,
I haven't
found your path?
No, but because I have like a mandatory KKN from UNER,
Yeah.
so I have to do it in Australia.
Really?
Yeah, and then
KKN di Australia. Wow.
yeah, and there's like a course called a placement, so I'm going to try that next semester and see if I actually like the work environment and psychology work environment there.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, and now last questions for you both. What are tips for your junior at SES who also want to study abroad? How will they survive to study abroad? Some tips and tricks. Start from Mia.
Oh, me? Okay. Studying abroad. Keep an open mind. Know that the world does not revolve around you. It revolves around a lot of other people, and you are just a tiny fish in a big, big, big pond. I was shocked in Singapore because in SES, I would consider myself to be smart. I would consider myself to be, I guess more than average. In Singapore, I had to really study to keep up with the average and even to exceed the average. For me, it's really if you go to Singapore, just know that it's gonna be tough. If you go to a local university, SIM, PSP, I don't know, but definitely SMU, NTU, NUS, competitive, stressful, but very rewarding. You'll learn a lot about yourself, learn a lot about other people. So keep an open mind, have fun, play hard, work hard, and don't forget your roots.
Okay, now your turn, Chiko.
Maybe for me, it's just to be curious. It's university, it's not high school, because in high school you have the teachers to tell you like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. But in university, it's just you versus yourself. Like if you don't get motivated from yourself, then you won't get anywhere. And people won't tell you what to do. You have to actually ask if you don't understand something. So just be brave. Yeah, so much things that are new and you will get confused. So just ask people and hang out with the right people, because you will meet so many people from different parts of the world, and choose the friends who actually are good to you. Yeah.
That's hard. Sometimes it's hard for us to know that the sincere one, the bad one, or the good ones. Yeah, that's a challenge. Okay, thank you so much, Mia and Chiko, for coming here today. Of course, for our juniors at SES, you might learn a lot today, and of course, to be always curious and also open your mind, and also don't be afraid to ask and be brave, so you can survive study abroad like your elder sisters over here. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, parents. Thank you, students. Well, don't forget to watch another videos of this channel, and see you again at our next podcast session. Bye-bye.